Melania Trump's entrance caused a ripple of hushed excitement. Her entourage trailed behind her like silent shadows. Dana, adjusting her worn apron for what felt like the 100th time, found her breath catching in her throat. It was Friday evening at La Maison, the air thick with the aroma of roasted garlic and simmering herbs. A familiar Friday night symphony of clinking silverware and hushed conversations. Usually, the fast-paced, demanding atmosphere of Washington, D.C.'s most prestigious restaurant invigorated her. Tonight, however, the energy felt different, sharper, charged with an almost palpable tension. Victor, the impeccably groomed maitre d', approached with an unusual seriousness in his eyes. He explained, his voice low and firm, that Table 8 held a very important guest, and Dana was assigned to it. Her stomach clenched. High profile in this city could mean anyone, senators, diplomats, or even A-list celebrities. But it was more than just a high-profile guest. It was the high-profile guest. Every table at La Maison was booked, a testament to the restaurant's prestige. But this table, this was different. The weight of the situation settled upon her. This wasn't merely about providing exceptional service. It was about achieving absolute perfection. Each interaction, each dish, each detail would be scrutinized. The pressure mounted, a test of her culinary skills and composure. Dana knew this single act of service, this one unexpected encounter, held the potential to alter the trajectory of her life in ways she couldn't yet comprehend. The ensuing moments felt less like a shift and more like a crucible, forging her resolve under intense pressure. Dana's dream cafe, a testament to resilience and unwavering belief, finally opened its doors. She had poured her heart and soul into the project, and the results surpassed even her wildest expectations. It wasn't merely a business venture. It represented the power of kindness and the importance of pursuing something larger than oneself. Moreover, Dana's inspiring journey resonated deeply within the community, encouraging others to chase their seemingly impossible dreams. The cafe became a symbol of hope, a beacon illuminating the path for those who dared to dream big. When people inquired about her remarkable success, Dana would simply smile and share a profound truth. Sometimes, a single act of belief in oneself is all it takes. For her, that night at the restaurant wasn't an ending, but a pivotal beginning. Life, she knew, often holds unexpected surprises. The transformative power of kindness, whether given or received, is undeniable. It possesses the ability to reshape lives and destinies. Dana's story serves as a potent reminder that no aspiration is too ambitious. A single moment of recognition can ignite extraordinary potential. It was a spark that ignited a fire in Dana, fueling her journey to success. If her narrative has touched you, consider extending kindness, however small, to others. Let's continue to support one another and share stories that inspire us all. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more uplifting narratives like this one, stories that showcase the extraordinary power of the human spirit. Melania sat at the center of the table, her presence commanding yet effortless. Dana approached, a practiced grace in her movements, a polite smile playing on her lips. "Good evening," Dana said, her voice calm and assured. "Welcome to La Maison. My name is Dana, and I'll be your server tonight." Melania acknowledged her with a subtle nod, her expression inscrutable. The murmur of conversation at the table barely registered as Dana felt the collective gaze of the restaurant settle upon her. The weight of the scrutiny was palpable, yet Dana remained resolute. She had a job to perform, and anxieties would not deter her. Quickly yet precisely, Dana took their drink orders, meticulously recording each preference. Despite the inner turmoil, her hands moved with unwavering steadiness. Returning to the kitchen, a colleague leaned in conspiratorially, whispering, "Big tipper, you think?" Dana shrugged, refusing to indulge in speculation. The unpredictability of tips was an inherent aspect of the industry, even with high-profile clientele. She refocused, intent on ensuring this service was as seamless as any preceding it. However, as she presented the appetizers and returned to the dining room, a premonition lingered. Tonight felt different. This initial impression proved to be only the overture to a night that would irrevocably alter the course of events. The subtle glances from other diners, the hushed whispers at Melania's table, all added to the growing sense of anticipation. Dana's professional composure masked a growing unease, a feeling that this was no ordinary evening. The carefully controlled environment of La Maison felt charged with unspoken energy. She continued her service, outwardly calm, but inwardly aware that this night held a potential for unforeseen consequences. The usual restaurant buzz, chefs' shouted orders, clinking glasses, the low hum of conversation, faded for Dana. Her attention was laser-focused on Table 8. She moved with practiced ease, delivering drinks, explaining menu items, anticipating needs. Melania Trump, though quiet, commanded attention, her every movement precise, considered. Her companions mirrored her restraint, their voices hushed, their expressions guarded. Even minor errors, a prematurely refilled water glass, a slightly askew napkin, felt momentous, capable of disrupting the delicate atmosphere. Dana's own apprehension simmered beneath a composed exterior, unlike the less subtle reactions of other patrons. Whispers and pointed glances towards Melania filled the air, making Dana feel the weight of every step she took towards the table, as if the entire room held its breath, anticipating a mistake. One diner's muttered comment, "Bet she's sweating bullets," as Dana refilled Melania's water, remained in Dana's mind. Years of experience had trained her to disregard distractions, yet the observation highlighted her prominent position, not just serving Melania, but also a captive audience. However, Dana persevered, her service flawless. The quiet hum of conversation at table 8 was punctuated by the clinking of glasses and soft laughter as the evening progressed. Dana, meticulously ensuring wine glasses remained full and plates were presented at the perfect angle, performed her duties with practiced grace and efficiency. However, a subtle shift in the atmosphere became apparent as the evening wore on. Melania's gaze, while not intrusive or critical, held a curious intensity, lingering on Dana longer than on other staff members. It felt like a silent assessment, a careful study of Dana's character. This feeling intensified when, returning to clear the appetizer plates, Melania addressed her directly. "Thank you, Dana," she said, her voice gentle yet firm. The way Melania used her name, acknowledging her as an individual rather than just a waitress, startled Dana. She responded with a steady, "You're welcome," though a strange, indefinable feeling lingered. The remainder of the meal was a flurry of activity, yet that brief interaction continued to resonate. Dana felt truly seen, observed in a way that was both unfamiliar and unsettling. Despite this, she couldn't afford to dwell on it. Another course awaited, and the presentation of the check held an unknown element of anticipation. As the final plates were cleared, a palpable sense of contentment settled over table 8. The earlier subdued chatter had blossomed into easy laughter, and Melania Trump and her companions appeared entirely satisfied, their evening concluding on a smoothly positive note. The quiet efficiency Dana maintained throughout masked a deeper uncertainty. The lingering impression of Melania's gaze suggested a personal connection she was still trying to understand. The restaurant was winding down. Diners finished their meals, preparing for departure. Dana, ever watchful, ensured the desserts were served with the same meticulous attention she'd shown all evening. Her colleagues exchanged knowing glances, their admiration palpable for her effortless handling of the demanding clientele at table 8. However, Dana remained focused, oblivious to their silent accolades. The moment to present the check finally arrived. She took a deep breath, the sleek leather folder clutched in her hand, and approached the table. Gently, she placed it before Melania, who responded with a subtle, appreciative smile. "Thank you for your wonderful service tonight, Dana," Melania remarked, her tone calm yet sincere. "Thank you," Dana replied, her composure unwavering despite a rapidly beating heart. "It's been my pleasure," she added, gracefully retreating to allow them to settle the bill. Time seemed to slow as she occupied herself with minor duties, polishing nearby tables, arranging cutlery, her gaze occasionally drifting towards table 8. Upon returning for the check, the party was departing. Melania stood elegantly, her companions following suit. "Have a good evening," Dana offered politely as they exited, her voice steady despite her underlying tension. With the table vacant, she reached for the check. Inside, nestled beside several crisp banknotes, lay the folded receipt. The generous tip brought a quiet wave of relief washing over her. Tears welled in Dana's eyes, blurring her vision as she unfolded the handwritten note tucked beneath the receipt. The words, simple yet profoundly impactful, read, "Dana, your kindness and hard work do not go unnoticed. You possess a rare grace and resilience that shines through in everything you do. This is for you, to take a step toward your dreams." A gasp escaped her lips. The tip wasn't merely generous, it was transformative. A swift mental calculation confirmed the life-altering sum, enough to settle outstanding debts and begin saving for the cafe she had always envisioned. Overwhelmed, she pressed the note to her chest, the weight of the unexpected generosity settling upon her. The vibrant energy of the bustling restaurant faded into a muted hum. All she felt was an immense, pervasive gratitude. This, however, was not simply a fleeting moment of joy for Dana. It marked the genesis of something far grander than she could have ever anticipated. She stood motionless at the restaurant's edge, the note still clutched in her trembling hand, tears silently tracing paths down her cheeks. Quickly, she dabbed at her eyes with her sleeve, attempting to conceal her emotion. The overwhelming tide of feeling, though, proved too powerful to contain. A fellow employee, observing her distress, softly inquired, "Are you all right?" Dana managed only a shaky nod, speechless with the enormity of the moment. Clutching the receipt, her mind whirled, processing the implications of this incredible act of kindness, this unexpected and profoundly generous gift that promised to reshape her future. Long, grueling shifts, late nights, sore feet. The memories flooded back as Dana stared at the note. She'd missed countless family gatherings, sacrificing everything to keep her dream of a cafe alive. It wasn't simply the money on the receipt, it was the acknowledgement, the recognition that someone had seen her. Her dedication. Doubt had often gnawed at her, whispering insidious suggestions of impossibility. However, the note felt like a validation, a testament to all her efforts. Tears welled again, but these were different, lighter, brimming with a newfound hope she hadn't experienced in years. The words on the note resonated deeply, each sentence striking a more profound chord than the last. Other staff members noticed Dana's emotional state. Victor, the usually stoic maitre d', approached, concern creasing his face. "Dana, what's going on? Are you all right?" he asked gently. She held up the receipt and the bills, her voice barely a whisper as she explained, "Melania left this for me." Victor raised a skeptical eyebrow, then peered closer at the note. His eyes widened in understanding as he read the message. His voice, though soft, was filled with awe. "Dana," he said, "this is incredible. Do you realize what this means?" Dana nodded slowly, the full weight of the moment still settling upon her. "I think I do," she replied quietly, a quiet confidence replacing the earlier uncertainty. The note lay on the table before Dana, its words etched deep in her memory. She reread it again, alone in the quiet break room, the restaurant's bustle now a distant hum. Her voice trembled slightly, emotions resurfacing with each sentence. For years, the dream of owning a cafe had lived within her. Not just any cafe, but a haven where individuals could connect, share their tales, and feel truly welcome. She'd filled countless napkins with sketches during her shifts, envisioning a space infused with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the comforting embrace of community. This wasn't merely the culmination of diligent effort. It represented the power of compassion and empathy, a beacon in a world often perceived as callous and uncaring. The earlier accolades were a vivid memory, the murmurs of astonishment and praise from her colleagues, forming a supportive chorus around her, a warm embrace. Even the usually reserved chef emerged from the kitchen, a rare smile gracing his features upon hearing the good news. The celebration extended beyond the staff. Several patrons, lingering over coffee and dessert, witnessed the moment, offering polite applause or simply beaming with admiration. Dana felt a blush creep onto her cheeks, overwhelmed by the attention, yet a profound sense of pride quickly overshadowed the embarrassment. This was more than a passing moment. It was the catalyst for the next chapter of her life, a spark igniting a future she'd long envisioned. A renewed energy surged through Dana as she awoke earlier than usual the next morning. The previous night's events still felt surreal. The unexpected appearance of Melania Trump, the evening's intense pressure, and finally, the transformative note. It wasn't just a generous tip, it was a sign, a cosmic nudge. Immediately, she pulled out her phone and contacted Marcus, her ever-supportive younger brother. Her voice trembling, she recounted the entire evening, from the initial surprise to the note that altered her trajectory. After a brief silence, Marcus declared, "Dana, this is it. This is your moment." His words resonated deeply. This wasn't simply about a kind gesture or an encouraging message. It was about seizing the opportunity. The note, tucked securely in her wallet, served as a constant reminder of that pivotal evening. Whenever self-doubt threatened to overwhelm her, she'd reread it, bolstering her confidence and reigniting her aspirations. This wasn't merely a gift. It was a chance to take a leap of faith. Life had consistently pushed her dream further away, but now it felt attainable. She spent the day immersed in research, exploring small business loans and potential locations for her cafe. For years, fear of failure had prevented her from drafting a business plan, but she tackled this task with newfound determination. Weeks transitioned into months, and gradually her cafe began to materialize, a tangible testament to the power of belief and a single life-altering note.